ఎత్తలేదు.
ఎదిగో చూడు అగ్గిచ్చేసి
కూర్చోండి. హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే 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 రామ రామ రామ. So this is a little slow tune, so we can absorb in the holy names. So we can chant every syllable with lot of attention. Right? So let's do it for some time. Adhika Mas, Purushottam Mas. So let's try to call Krishna when we call Krishna's name. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare
Group at the end, you are doing the beginning.
Hare
వారికి Right. So everyone here should go to Kirtan Mela once in life. To shout God's name. Completely surrender to God's name. Shri Rangana Vindana Abhaya Sharanara Vindare Shri Rangana Abhaya Sharanara गौड़ी गुरु परंपरा सांप्रदाय की जय। श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चना गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। 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 नारायण नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते। कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गौब्राह्मणाहिताय च जगद्धिताय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रश्नाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशकारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे करोति वाचालं पवनं गायति त्रिपदतमं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदिनकारिणं श्रीपरमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम् ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत्स्मरेत् सुन्दरीकां साध्यात्म्यान्तरं श्रीविष्णु श्रीविष्णु Hare Krishna. Am I audible to the Hare Krishna? You can close the doors. Mosquitoes will come out. Oh, ventilate. You can open the windows inside. Hare Krishna. Or maybe you can open one door. Is that okay? Ventilation. Fine. Hare Krishna. Bhagavad Gita 14.6. तत्र सत्त्वं निर्मलत्वात् प्रकाशम् अनमयम् सुख संगेन बध्नाति ज्ञान संगेन चानघ तत्र सत्त्वं निर्मलात्वात् प्रकाशकम् अनामयम् सुख संगेन बध्नाति ज्ञान संगेन चानघ तत्र there sattvam the mode of goodness nirmalatvat being purest in the material world prakasham illuminating anamayam without any sinful reaction sukha with happiness Sangena, by association. Badnati, conditions. Jnana, with knowledge. Sangena, by association. Cha, also. Another, O sinless one. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Please repeat after me. O sinless one, the mode of goodness, being purer than the others, is illuminating, and it frees one from all sinful reactions. Those situated in that mode become conditioned by a sense of happiness and knowledge. Hare Krishna. Lord Krishna is describing what is mode of goodness in this verse. Let's see the purport. Please everybody attentively here. The living entities conditioned by material nature are of various types. One is happy, another is very active, and another is helpless. All these types of psychological manifestations are causes of the entity's conditioned status in nature. How they are differently conditioned is explained in this section of Bhagavad Gita. The mode of goodness is first considered. The effect of developing the mode of goodness in the material world is that one becomes wiser than those otherwise conditioned. I'll repeat this again. The effect of developing the mode of goodness in the material world is that one becomes wiser than those otherwise conditioned. A man in the mode of goodness is not so much affected by material miseries, and he has a sense of advancement in material knowledge. The representative type is the Brahmana, who is supposed to be situated in the mode of goodness. This sense of happiness is due to understanding that in the mode of goodness, one is more or less free from sinful reactions. Actually, in the Vedic scripture, it is said that the mode of goodness means greater knowledge and a greater sense of happiness. The difficulty here is that when a living entity is situated in the mode of goodness, he becomes conditioned to feel that he is advanced in knowledge and is better than others. In this way, he becomes conditioned. The best examples are the scientist and the philosopher. Each is very proud of his knowledge, and because they generally improve their living conditions, they feel a sort of material happiness. This sense of advanced happiness in conditioned life makes them bound by the mode of goodness of material nature. As such, they are attracted towards working in the mode of goodness, and as long as they have an attraction for working in that way, they have to take some type of body in the modes of material nature, modes of nature. Thus, there is no likelihood of liberation or of being transferred to the spiritual world. Repeatedly, one may become a philosopher, a scientist, or a poet, and repeatedly become entangled in the same disadvantages of birth and death. But due to the illusion of the material energy, one thinks that that sort of life is pleasant. Correct. So, yeah. So, what did you all understand here? You can reflect here, the other mind. Each one can tell one point. What did you understand?
One thing I struck to me is even in mode of goodness, one can be conditioned. Perfect example Prabhupada says is philosopher and scientist where because of their living, they can think that material happiness is good for me and they can continue to be in that and they have taken bodies again and again.
Great. Thank you, brother. Anybody else? Nothing?
Often we think that the mode of goodness is the topmost, and we don't see that there is something above that as well. Even the mode of goodness is one of the modes of material nature. So we have this misconception that if we are in knowledge all the time, that means that we are free from the uh, ropes of material nature. But that is not the case. Even those who are having a very high knowledge are still bound by the modes of material nature.
Very good. What is your name?
Vedanta.
Vedant. How old are you?
50.
Huh?
50.
50.
For a moment I thought, am I seeing you correctly? I said 15. Wow, very cool. At the age of 15, he's telling this answer. Thank you. Very wonderfully explained. Yes, sir.
Sometimes we think that the mode of goodness may cultivate this devotional service, but sometimes we may become complacent
Yeah.
and it may hinder our further advancement
Yes.
towards service of the Lord. That is, I'm taking the context in that.
Yes, yes, that's right. Thank you. Nothing is from say? Yes. Yeah, good.
Because mode of goodness is the highest. So here in the Bhagavad it is mentioned that it gives the illumination of knowledge. But the problem is that we are puffed up with the knowledge which we have. This might be the hindrance in the progress.
Hare Krishna. So even getting a lot of knowledge is a problem in mode of goodness. Anybody else? Mataji is above mode of goodness. Somebody pass on the line. Sorry.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, Prabhuji, the line which says the effect of developing the mode of goodness in the material world is that one becomes wiser than those otherwise conditioned was very attractive to me. You also read it twice.
Yeah, I know it. Exactly hitting.
So even though all these things exist,
Yeah.
because knowledge is more, so one may think that, oh, I have the knowledge, and with that knowledge that I have the knowledge, one may get pride.
One loses all knowledge.
But because mode of goodness is the wisest of all, it may soon dawn upon the person that this is the circle I am in. Like I got the knowledge, I got proud that I got the knowledge, and I am falling down. So let me stop myself. Also can happen.
Also can happen. Thank you. Anybody else? What are the reflections by seeing this? So does it motivate us to go to mode of goodness or no? Should we go to mode of goodness or no?
Yes.
But there is a problem.
But we should be cautious. We should be cautious of our knowledge.
Yes. All of you are right. I mean, we are repeating what Prabhupada has taught us. Srila Prabhupada is one of those greatest acharyas. Yeah, somebody wants to say. No, mic there. Hare Krishna.
Mode of fitness makes the person to feel that he is supreme or he is above normal. So that makes the person to get attracted only towards people who are at least to some extent this level. So they used to differentiate, they used to be themselves as supreme, ignoring the sense of belongingness to the God's services. So they think they are confined only to a certain group of people who they feel that they can be raised above, as against the services to God which allows person to accept everything as he is, and then go forward prosperous.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. So, anybody else? Anything else? Yeah. Yeah. So it's a problematic state. See, that is why I was discussing with a brahmachari recent trip to Ujjain. Chittahari Prabhu. Chittahari Prabhu is a Sindhi. Sindhis are generally very pious people. They naturally follow the four religious principles. Well, at least no meat eating is clear, right? And most of them are business families, and they all live together. Big joint families. They live together. So when you go to a Sindhi's house, you'll see Bade Papa, Chote Papa, Mama, Kaka, Pupa, right? Everybody is there in the house. And they're jointly, nicely living, right? And doing businesses, they do different, they earn the business, out of the business, they also spend together, they are like happy. And he was asking me that, Prabhu, generally, we're having a discussion about preaching, how to preach. So he was telling me, I'm finding it so difficult to make them devotees. It's really, he was telling me that. On the way to Omkareshwar, we both were sitting in the front seat, me and Prabhuji. 2 hours, we were just discussing, not only this, but other things, but this was another topic, how to make them into devotees. Because they are so happy in the state they are. Prabhuji, roti, kadi, garam garam, roti, sabzi, garam garam. Roti pe ghee, naram naram.
Yeah.
Kyun bhakti? Why should I? I'm happy. I'm peaceful, I'm happy. Opulence, if opulence goes to a person in mode of ignorance, he will misuse it and create a ruckus in the society. If it goes to a person in mode of passion, he will try to enjoy it multifold. I want to enjoy it. But if it goes to a person in goodness, then that person becomes even more shackled to come out of it. Because as it is a satisfied person. Mode of goodness is already satisfied. Not many, like yesterday Chaitanya Prabhu was saying, that mode of goodness means you have the ability to choose. You have intelligence to choose. Right? But unfortunately they don't choose God. Most of the time they choose charity, they choose pious activities, they choose some kind of seva, but they don't want to leave their position. All their Navaratri pujas or Durga pujas or Lakshmi pujas or all these pujas are about मैं तुम्हें खुश कर रहा हूँ, तुम मुझे खुश करो. Just make sure that we are all happy. That is the most prayer that most of the families ask when they go in front of God in a temple. Bhagavan, हम सभी को खुश रखो. What is wrong in that prayer? There is actually, externally there is nothing wrong, but from an overall spiritual perspective, that is the biggest shackle. That doesn't allow us to go forward. You are settled there. Right? You are settled there. If somebody goes and says, Prabhu, going back to Godhead, why should I go back to? I'm already happy here. I'm happy. I have a house, I have a business, I have good income, and I don't need lots of money because I'm barely spending any. I don't have bad habits. My children are obedient to me. My wife is very obedient to me. My grandparents are happy with what I do. Khandan ka izzat is saved. Why should I go back to God? The question of going back to God doesn't arise. Right? Even when somebody tries to push that thing, yeah, think about it. हाँ प्रभु जी अच्छा है ना, आप बोलते रहो. You keep telling, that's okay. Very nice. भैया बहुत अच्छा बोलते हैं. क्या बोल रहे हैं? नहीं अच्छा बोल रहे. Telling nice, but that's all it is. It will not go beyond that because they are very complacent, like Prabhuji said, very complacent, very sedimented in that place. You know what is sedimentation, right? Stick. It literally sticks onto it. So very difficult to move them forward. And that is the exact difficulty even Srila Prabhupada faced a lot when he was trying to preach Indians. Because everybody was quoting Vedas and saying we are happy. अरे वेदेश से सर्वे राम में वेद्य हो गोला वेदेश टू गो टू कृष्णा. हाँ कृष्णा है ना मेरी जिंदगी में. कृष्णा तुम्हारी जिंदगी में है, लेकिन क्या तुम्हारा जिंदगी कृष्णा के लिए है? Krishna is in your life, but is your life for Krishna? No, life is not for Krishna. Life is for my family. Life is for my happiness. Krishna is there, right? So I'm sure we all understood. Let's go to the next verse. These few verses are about the modes. Rajo ragatmakam vidhi
रजोरागात्मकं विद्धि
कृष्ण संगा समुद्भवम्
कृष्णसङ्गासमुद्भवम्
तन्निबध्नाति कौन्तेय
तन्निबध्नाति कौन्तेय
कर्म संगेन देहिनम्
कर्मसङ्गेन देहिनम्.
The mode of passion
The mode of passion
is born of unlimited desires
is born of unlimited desires
and longings.
and longings.
O son of Kunti,
O son of Kunti,
and because of this, the embodied living entity
embodied living entity
is bound to material fruitive actions.
is bound to material
Right? He's bound to do material activity. What else can he do? He wants material happiness. So he has to do material activities. He's bound. He's bound. But the mode of passion is characterized by the attraction between man and woman. Woman has attraction for man, and man has attraction for woman. This is called the mode of passion. And when the mode of passion is increased, one develops a hankering for material enjoyment. He wants to enjoy sense gratification. For sense gratification, a man in the mode of passion wants some honor in society. A man in mode of passion wants some honor in society, or in the nation. He wants to have a happy family with nice children, wife, and house. These are the products of mode of passion. As long as one is hankering after these things, he has to work very hard. Therefore, it is clearly stated here that he becomes associated with the fruits of his activities and then thus becomes bound by such activities. In order to please his wife, children, and society, and to keep up his prestige, one has to work. Therefore, the whole material world is more or less in mode of passion. Modern civilization is considered to be advanced in the standard of the mode of passion. Formerly, the advanced condition was considered to be in the mode of goodness. If there is no liberation for those in the mode of goodness, what to speak of those who are entangled in the mode of passion? So Prabhupada, how clearly Prabhupada is telling. Trust me, Prabhupada is writing this purport in what time? In 1960s. Don't you feel he's writing in 2023? Right? The choice of words, the way he's pushing the point forward. Because the mode of passion existed even in the earlier days. Since time immemorial, even during Prahlad Maharaj's time, mode of passion was there. Rajoguna was there, Tamoguna was there, Sattoguna was there. Right? And mode of passion means unlimited desires. See, I would like all of us to chant, 3 times Hare Krishna mantra for Gayatri Mataji, who left her body yesterday morning. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Now, many of you don't know who Gayatri Mataji is. For that matter, even I don't know much who Gayatri Mataji is. So, she just entered this. Hare Krishna, please no. She came to our center opening day. And Sakya Prem Prabhu and Bhagisha Mataji are the ones who rented this premises to us. She is the sister of Bhagisha Mataji. 51-year-old. I mean, most of us are in our 40s or entering our 40s. And some of us are maybe touching 50 or crossed 50 a little bit. Right? 51 is what? Kya age is 51? Is it age to die? Think about it. 51 is not age to die. I was speaking to her son. So day before yesterday, Subhara was doing some program there. I went there. Then I got a news that she might leave any time her body. Her heartbeat went down to 20 by 50. Right? So she can get a cardiac anytime. So I went to Sri Radha Madan Mohan Mandir. I asked for a garland. So they gave the garland of Radha Madan. Took and gave it to them. So that's the only thing we can do. Radha Madan Mohan reciprocated their love for, they're a nice devotee family, settled in Banjara Hills, nice house, nice family, nice son. Son is also a devotee, works in United Kingdom, travels. If you look at the situation, everything is going perfect, isn't it? Everything is going perfect. Acha ghar, अच्छे बच्चे, अच्छा पति, अच्छा health. By the way, she never went to a hospital in her life. How many years are there who never went to a hospital in your life? 50, right? ఒక్కసారి కూడా హాస్పిటల్ పోని వాళ్ళు ఎవరు ఉన్నారా ఇక్కడ? 6 నెలలకు ఒకసారి ఖచ్చితంగా ఒక్కసారి పోయే వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారా? At least once in 6 months you have gone to hospital. Is there anybody like that here?
Yes.
సంవత్సరానికి ఒకసారి? In the last 3 years? Some you know. She never went to hospital in her life. Her son was saying, she never went to hospital. She never took any medicine also. Absolutely normal, healthy. Right? Fit. She got some pain in her stomach, some indigestion kind of pain, uneasing pain. She went to a doctor. I mean, she did not want to go to a doctor, obviously. They forced her, now you should go, you should go, you should go. Okay, I will go. They saw, no, it's gastric problem. No, it's not going. No, I think some other reaction or something. Not going. 1 month over, 2 months over. Let's do MRI scan. Nothing found. CT scan, MRI scan, X-ray, all scans, nothing found. Everything normal. Pain is not going. Now the pain has increased. I think around that time she came to our center for the opening. Because 1 month before they did a PET scan, our entire intestine and stomach is gone, cancer. Finished. All they have to do is remove everything out. Right? Whatever is gone, remove it out. They removed it, it started bleeding. And it started more complications. Organs started going down. Just in a matter of couple of days, doctor said, please call whom you want to call. She will not survive. Heartbeat went down from 110/80 to 50/20. Right? Can it happen to anyone?
Yes.
Can happen to anyone, isn't it? But in that situation, her son, he came back from UK and is nicely sitting beside her in the intensive care unit and is chanting for her. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And devotees are praying for her. His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj also prayed for her. They sent, Prabhuji sent an audio by Maharaj praying. What else do you want? What else? How else you want to go? And it is all happening in Purushottam Mas. Right? She left. Yesterday morning, around, it was coincidental, I don't know. I was chanting. I knew that she is in ICU, she can leave any time. At that moment, I suddenly remembered. Hare Krishna. Suddenly, what happened to her? How is she now? I didn't hear what happened. Then I said, okay, let me finish this round and then I will call Sakya Prabhu. I finished the round in 5 minutes. And then I called Prabhuji and he told, Prabhu, just 5 minutes before she left her body. Hare Krishna, I was like, my God, so bewildering. That it can happen to anyone. So we are all so temporary in our situation. Whatever we think we are in the current situation, we are healthy. Can somebody say you are healthy right now? After hearing this story? Prabhuji, my diagnostic report is perfect. Right? My health is perfect. It cannot happen to me. Can anyone tell? I cannot tell. Right? It can happen to anyone, anytime. And just a matter of one diagnostic report, khatam. Our life still change. Is it? So everybody is being tested in this material world. And in midst of all this, in midst of this reality, this is the reality of life. I'm not talking anything depressive. I'm talking the reality. Shastra speaks the reality. Often people want to hear good things. Right? They don't want to discuss about death. They don't want to discuss about depressive. They say it's very depressive topic. तो अच्छा बात करो ना. हमेशा मुर्दों के बारे में बात करते रहते. हमेशा ऐसी चीजों में बात. Speak something nice. अरे बाबा, this is nice. This is a topic that is really nice because it will keep us on the ground. It will control our material desires. Mode of passion, Lord Krishna is telling that there are unlimited desires. Right? In this midst of unlimited desires, we have to remember that death is right behind us. And don't get attracted if you hear about what is that new park that is coming up in Kokabet. Neopolis. Huh? Neopolis. The people are talking about Neopolis. Right? Other day I was sitting, walking somewhere and two gentlemen. They are discussing as if the goal of life is to buy something in Neopolis. Right? Oh, we should buy something in Neopolis. There's a new place. They are making another Singapore city there. Now, I'm speaking Neopolis, so please don't go and buy anything there. I'm not doing publicity. But just think about it. Where are we going in our life with these desires? And is there an end to these desires? When will we become serious about spiritual life? When will we become serious about spiritual life? And are we serious about spiritual life? Huh? That we ourselves should. You can keep a chair in front of him. Just keep a chair in front of him. Prabhu, that chair, at least cover the plate. Hare Krishna. Sorry. So, we are coming to the satsang classes to know what choice to make in life. Right? We don't want to fall for the choices that are being given by the outside world. See, you can be a MBA, ISB or a IIT or a CA or MBA. All these things are just to earn money. If a Gachibowli is making money, he doesn't need to do MBA or ISB or a CA or a ICW or something, anything. He is also making money. With your education, you are also making money. Right? Don't be in the illusion of making better money. He also is doing this, you are also doing this. Right? At the end of the day, he is also doing this. He is not doing like this, you are not doing like this. Isn't it? You are scanning, he is also scanning. At the end of the day. QR code. Isn't it? His currency and your currency is also same. But a fool thinks that I am sitting in a multinational company and earning. That fellow is standing in a road and earning. Only a fool thinks like that. But the reality is, he is also earning, you are also earning. By the way, he knows when to go home. He can take leave whenever he wants. He can off the switch, off that gas and say, Aaj ka bajji bas. You can go home. But in your office, you are made to bajji. Sir, I'll go home. Huh? Malli again in the oil. That is the difference. I'm not saying go and sell bajjis. But understand the reality of life. Right? Our material desires, whatever we think we are, where the world is going. World is completely going in a different direction. Will all of us be tested to go back to Krishna? Huh? Will be tested. And not projector. Remote. Don't need for something. All of us will be tested. Everybody will be tested. Are you ready for that test? How many here feel that I don't think I should be tested? Probably I'm on set. I'm a person, a perfect person. Why I should be tested? Whom did Krishna test? Who is the consort of Narayan? Can Narayan test Lakshmi Devi? Or rather, did he test Lakshmi Devi? Not to test us and test her, but to teach us a lesson. Did he test her? When Lakshmi Devi appeared as Rukmini, obviously she is only attracted to Narayan. She is waiting for Narayan to marry her. And the Shishupal comes in between and says, I am going to marry you tomorrow. Vidarbha Raj is saying, my daughter is going to marry Shishupal. Shishupal is very happy. I am going to marry Rukmini tomorrow. Right? Where is Krishna? Is Krishna there in Vidarbha? No. Right? She sent a letter. No blue tick, green tick, there is nothing like that in those days. The letter is gone. Brahmana has come back. She doesn't know Brahmana has come back or not also. Message is sent. She doesn't know message is gone or not also. See how Krishna is testing. Thoda to mercy dena chahiye na. Rukmini, I got the letter, by the way, acknowledgement done. I'm going to come tomorrow. Don't worry. No indication. And in those days, if a man touches a woman, the woman cannot be married to anybody else. That was the chastity. And if a man touches a woman, he has to marry her also. That also is a condition. Like Bhishma, when he captured Ambika, he touched her. And then he took them to Amba, to that other king. And the other king told, I'm not going to marry you, already touched her. No, I brought her because she loves you. No, I'm not going to accept charity like this. Hurry, you both love each other. That is the reason I could not marry her to Vichitravirya, the king. You should marry. No, I'm not going to marry. You can take her. You brought her. You marry her. And Amba is like, who is going to marry me now? I loved somebody. You kidnapped me from my kingdom. And now you are telling you have taken Ajiva Brahmacharya. I am a woman. I have to be married. I can't be on this planet without shelter, without protection. I have to be married. You marry me now. No, I'm not going to marry. Right? I mean, those were the standards, the great standards. So, Shishupal, next day morning, is standing in the temple where Rukmini is doing puja to Katyayani Devi, waiting for Lord Krishna to come. And she has no idea whether it's going to come or not. And Shastras explain, Shishupal was standing few inches away. The next thing is the marriage has to start. That's all. Everything is over. All marriage arrangement, everything is over. Shishupal is standing like literally beside her. If he takes his hand and holds her hand, it's over. Of course, nobody can touch Lakshmi. Nobody can touch Lakshmi. Right? Even Ravan never touched Sita. He cannot touch Sita. He touched Maya Sita. Isn't it? But look at the situation there. Rukmini Devi is standing there and her consort, my lord, when is he going to come? There is no idea when is he going to come. And Shishupal is standing right beside her in a position that anything can happen anytime. Is that a tension situation? It's a very tension situation. We can't gaze it right now. We can't understand actually that situation. And Krishna is testing her even at that point. What is her faith that Krishna will come? He's testing. Yeah? Even Lakshmi Devi got tested so badly, if you really look at it. What are we? Will we not be tested? We all will be tested. Going back to Krishna means Krishna is going to purify us like anything at all levels. Prahlad, Mahaprabhu, what kind of test he went through? Yeah? Can anybody here try to take even one test of Prahlad? Okay. We can't even, if you put one test of Prahlad, then say, Prabhu, this is my last day in Bhakti Center. Thank you. I don't want this. In Simhachalam is a place where he was thrown from the mountain. That is a place near Visakhapatnam, Simhachalam. That is the place where Prahlad was thrown. Acharyas explain that when he was floating in the air, when he was falling down, until 1 or 2 inches to touch the sea, there was no Narayan. When somebody throws you, you're floating in the air, you're going down. I don't know how many of you have fallen from anywhere. Sometimes you get a dream that you've suddenly fallen. Have you seen that? How many have experienced it? As if suddenly you've fallen 2 feet down. Right? That's actually scientifically explained that soul travels. And abrupt disturbance in sleep, it has to come back, pushes you down. Your consciousness pushes you down. You feel as if you're fallen. Suddenly you've fallen from somewhere. It happens. Right? So, Prahlad was not feeling the presence of Narayan as he's floating in the sky and he knows his head is going to bang. Right? Like a coconut. If somebody falls on the ground, I don't know if you've seen, I saw a horrible video. Somebody forwarded. It just busts like a coconut head. And done, you're gone. Just imagine, ground is coming close by and there is no Narayan. Then what is he chanting?
Narayana.
Om Namo Narayanaya Namaha. Right? Om Namo Vasudevaya Namaha. Right? These are his chanting. Where is Vasudeva? What is Krishna? He can. थोड़ा तो मर्सी दिखाना है. 10 feet ऊपर पकड़ लो. 10 feet ऊपर. No, 1 inch. 1 inch before it touches the ground, Narayan's hands come down and say, Prahlad, you are in my house. Don't worry. And Prahlad has no complaint. Oh my Lord, I knew you are always there to protect your devotees. Ame bhakta pranashyati. Are we ready for that test? And are we having the confidence that Narayan will hold us in that 1 inch time? कितना complain करते devotee लोग उसके ऊपर. Prahlad was not spared. Tell me one person who was spared from being tested. Gajendra, being an elephant, he started chanting prayers. Bhakti Shastri, we struggled to chant being human beings. One verse also was like, oh, keep. इस तरह से आ ही नहीं रहता मुंह में से मंत्र. And then Gajendra, an elephant, remembering his past life, started chanting prayers, and finally, no Narayan, no Garuda, nothing is coming. He is going underneath the water. No Narayan. Water has come till the nose. No Narayan. Water has gone above his head. No Narayan. He is already inside the water. No Narayan. Last thing that can go down is his trunk. Right? That is the only thing he can lift. Elephant can't lift his legs upwards, the hand upwards. It's trunk. It takes a lotus. This is my offering to you before I leave. Narayan. Just imagine that situation. Right? This is my offering. That's it. This is my last thing. This is my offering. I'm done. Okay. Narayan, whether you come or no, this is my offering to you. And then Narayan comes. And how does he come? Chappal chhod ke. Without wearing his chappal. Garuda, you go or I will take you. Garuda is like, I am taking. You can sit. No, you are going slow. My devotee is going. Let's go. Lakshmi Devi, अरे चप्पल तो पहन के जाओ. No chappal. My devotee is following. At that moment when he is going to leave his body, he picks it out and says, Gajendra Moksha. Right? He leaves the Sudarshan, kills the crocodile, and he delivers Gajendra. उतना लास्ट तक करने की क्या जरूरत है? Actually, Bollywood movies are all influenced by Krishna's leelas only. Right? The heroes are beaten to pulp. Half his teeth is gone. Right? Full blood everywhere. All head is scattered everywhere. He's fallen on the ground. Right? You can cinematically, you can visualize actually. One side on the floor like this. No breath. And heroine and mother is shouting, please do something. And then he opens his eyes. And the dust goes up. Can you feel? You see? Huh? And then he gets up. Something happens to that fellow after that. Nothing touches him. Right? Even a Suka Buka hero, one fellow will bring a hockey bat, break the hockey bat is broken into pieces, standing like this. All this Gajendra Mokshan story only. Just that last minute, entry, last minute effect. Krishna tests. Every devotee till the last minute he tests. And nobody is paid. Are we going to get tested to go back to Krishna? Complain करना है क्या? Prabhuji, why is Krishna doing this with me? अभी तक कुछ नहीं किया, अभी चालू भी नहीं किया. अभी तो जॉब दिया, घर दिया, बीवी दिया, बच्चा दिया, अभी चालू किधर किया टेस्ट? Whatever you are going through right now is your mental problem, not Krishna's problem. My husband doesn't respect me. My husband doesn't understand me. My wife is not cooperating. That's your internal problem, not Krishna's problem, isn't it? Krishna, when he tests, that test is going to be like, are we ready for Krishna's test? Are you ready? Huh? Imagine Sudama Vipra, Hare Krishna. As it is, he doesn't have any wealth. His wife forced him to go and beg. Go and ask your friend, get some money. Go. Get some money. That's all you need to do. And he goes to Lord Krishna and is so much in love with Krishna. And Krishna is washing his feet, taking him into the darbar, into the fort. He's washing his feet and he's just looking at Krishna. His wife is like, Paisa, we have to survive. You can ask something. I'll not ask. Now look at Krishna. Doesn't Krishna know why he came? Krishna Pakka knows why he came, right? Just imagine, he came to Krishna to take money, and Krishna knows that he came for money, or rather he is sent to take money. His wife is very clear what is agenda, right? And Krishna is not talking a single sentence on money. He is washing his feet, he is fanning him, he is eating and saying, you are a great devotee. Oh Sudama, our old days. Remember we went like that in Ujjain, Vantinagar we went around. Huh? All that is speaking. But he is speaking about money. And Sudama speaking about money. And finally, Krishna said, okay Sudama, now you can go. Did he speak about money? Sudama speaking about money? At the gate of the Dwarka palace. Okay Sudama, I'll see you again. Did he speak about money? Did he ask money? Hardest about it. Just think about it. At least at that time, imagine you are going to your boss's cabin asking for appraisal. He gets up, he cleans the chair. He cleans your chair. Sit down. But sir, I want to know, sit down. You are the asset to the organization. Sir, that is okay, sir. Without you, office will be shut off. Okay, sir. Your efforts are applaudable. Okay, sir. Now I'll see you outside the cabin. But sir, no, you can go out. I'll walk with you outside. Now you can go back and sit in your chair. What will you do? Will you be happy? Huh? Arey, he respected you, no? Respect किया नहीं क्या? Respect मिला नहीं मिला? मिला ना? पैसा किधर है? Why did Sudama go to Dwarka? Ask money. He didn't ask money. At least Krishna should speak about money. I know that he is his friend and devotee. He will not ask for money. Krishna knows, right? He came for money. He can ask at the end, at the exit gate at least. Sudama, by the way, don't worry, I'll send money. एक बात बोल सकता ना? No sentence. Look at how Krishna is testing the love of Sudama for all of us to know, for time immemorial. The love of Sudama, how is he testing? That my friend loves me so much, he has complete faith in me. And Sudama actually left as if he got what he got. He is thinking about Lord Krishna and he is walking back. And then, when he reaches his house, he sees his house is replaced with a heavenly palace. And his wife is wearing all kinds of jewelry like Lakshmi Devi. Right? Beautifully ornamented. And he explained that there is a reason why Sudama's dress was not changed. Because both cannot recognize each other. There is a problem. No? At least his wife recognized. Aage you have come because he is not wearing anything different. He could not recognize. Who are you? I'm your wife. You went to ask Krishna, see what all we got. Right? Look at the test of Krishna. Even till the last minute, how much you want? You came here for a reason. And it was not a reason that, Sudama had some other source of money, he was asking for extra money. No. They did not have money to have food. Right? Even 1 meal in a day was questionable. And then her wife tells him, at least go and ask your friend. He is your friend, beloved friend. He is Dwarkadish. You can go and ask. And what is Krishna's reaction? He tested him. Anybody who goes closer to Krishna has to undergo tests. Has to undergo this. There is no exception. Can you think of one exception? That somebody was not tested in spiritual life? Huh? And when tests come, all these devotees have passed the test in flying colors. That their names have gone into Srimad Bhagavatam. Just imagine. Because they are tested like that, and because they have undergone the test, their names have gone into Bhagavatam. And Bhagavatam is not a scripture that is written and completed. Bhagavatam continues. Even right now, there are Bhagavatas. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Was he less tested? What did he want to do? What was his desire? To spread Krishna's message around the world. अरे उसको तो spare करो. To what extent he was tested? Just imagine. A grahastha can understand what is economic problem. Right? It takes a lot of pain when you have to ask money from anybody. It's very difficult when you do that. And when you hold that, very difficult. But you have to, and imagine you don't have money. Right? And then you go to God and God doesn't give it. He tests you further. Can you think of anybody else who was tested in Srimad Bhagavatam was glorified for his test? Almost everybody did. Ranti Devi. Right? Everything that he had to eat, including the last glass of water, is taken away. And he's like, okay, Krishna, thank you very much. You not only took the water, you also took the desire of thirst from me. I'm very happy that you've taken the desire also. And then he appears to glorify him. Srila Prabhupada, on the boat of Jaladuta, 3 heart attacks, Prabhu. How many years had a heart attack? If you had? Only a person who has gone through it knows what it is. I heard that you become dysfunctional. Right? I heard that you become completely dysfunctional when you get a heart attack. You can't even think. It is so painful. You literally are like, now somebody has to come and do something to you. Don't see those movies and think heart attack will be like, you'll hold like this and you'll also tell 2 dialogues. Kuch nahi hone wala. Heart attack comes with Khatam, Monovrat. Finish. You can't act it out also. It is so painful, people say that. Very painful. Right? You almost experience death. Equal to death. Right? And anything can happen after that. You are already tense. What is going to happen next? Will I have my body completely available, or with this stroke, some part of my body will go, or it will remain? Or is this the 9th moment? Ho gaya mera? Or the heart will start again? Or Is there any hope something can happen? No, you are totally confused. Prabhupada had that 3 times. And where is he going and what is he going for? To reach Krishna consciousness is going. Thoda to daya karo. But Prabhupada, after going those 3 archetypes, he writes in his diary, if there was one more, I would not have survived. If there were one more, I would not have survived. He was actually going through a lot of pain. And then he's glorifying Lord Krishna in the situation. And he's telling me, make me dance, make me dance, make me dance. Right? Use me whichever the way you want to use me. I have come here to serve you. And did Krishna reciprocate after that? Okay, 3 heart attack ho gaya. Now I'll take care of my devotee. No. Even in New York City, he went through so much. In Butler, Pennsylvania, he could not find any ground. He comes to New York, he is being insulted. He is not being given any opportunity. He is made to leave the country also once. Because of visa problem, he has to go to Canada. And then once he even came back to India. Still he is not finding that ground. His own god brothers, his own devotees that he has association with, nobody is cooperating. Right? Everybody is saying, come back. What are you doing in that country? You cannot do anything. Don't you know? It is not possible, just come back. Which way is Lord Krishna reciprocating? Tell me here. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Very difficult. What is that person? Zonal. Somebody left. That beat is different, right?
Same
Huh? No. That beat is different. Dun, 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 dun. I know that beat. Somebody leaves the body is a different beat. Ram Nam. Ram Nam. Ram Nam. तो जब क्यों नहीं करते? अगर राम नाम सत्य है तो जब क्यों नहीं करते? हाँ bro, I can't do that. Chanting नहीं होगा. Everybody is tested. Everybody is tested. Every devotee in Bhagavad is tested, and every devotee now also is being tested, and every devotee for time immemorial, whoever makes a decision to go back to Krishna will be tested. Have you all made a decision to go back to Krishna? पक्का? पक्का? सोच लो भैया. बैंड बजने वाला है. But in the test you will find happiness. In that test you will find Krishna. And Krishna will come and help us. In all situations, Krishna will test us. In different ways. According to our situation, the test will come. For somebody, the test looks very small, but for that person, that is a real test. Health per se test. Wealth per se test. So we know that we are preparing to go back to Krishna and will be tested. We know that. So how is our preparation? How is our preparation? Are we sincerely preparing? What is the process to go back to Krishna?
chant 16 rounds, surrender.
Harar Nam, Kevalam, Kalam, Nasyeva, Gatiranyataha. We are clear on the process, right? कोई नया process तो नहीं है ना? We all know, we are all agreeing to follow this process, Harar Nam, right? And Prabhupada has made it very clear. He has created a whole beautiful environment where he has given a temple, he has given books. Can you see the book library? The whole book library is there. In Prabhupada days, those books were not there. Prabhupada was still writing those books. Now we have printed books there. We can read those books. And what else we need to go back to Krishna? We need books. We need mantra. Mantra is already given. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave it. Association is properly given. Right? All of us are there. See, so many people are there around us to help us. Right? What else you need? Prashadam. Just now it got offered. Prabhuji is prepared fresh. Now there is every week there is a new batch preparing prasadam here. Right? Nice service. Yes. Huh? So, right? And still we are not serious about following the process properly. I mean, we should contemplate about it. Come on, let's contemplate about it a little bit. Is quality important or quantity more important? Decide on one. Quality or quantity?
First quantity, then quality.
See, we are actually affected by this Darwin's principle of survival of the fittest. That we apply that in everything. Prabhuji, quantity is important. Quality, it's not in our hands. And what is it? Quality is not in my hands, Prabhu. Quantity, I'll do. Let Krishna give the quality. Huh? How can we decide quality is important or quantity is more important? What is more important, action or intention? Huh? Intention
And action.
behind the action. Huh?
Intention and action.
Or action in front of the intention.
Yes.
Intention behind the action. So intention is more important. See, whenever we have this kind of debates, action or intention or quality or quantity, whenever we choose one of them, other one we are saying no. Indirectly we are saying no, isn't it? Bro, quality is important, not quantity gap. Quantity is more important, matlab quality gap. Actually no, both are important. You can't say that Prabhuji, intention was some intention is bhavagrahi, Prabhu. Are bhavagrahi Janardana, that bhava is his, not yours. He is great. He has the great bhava to accept your nonsense. It is his greatness. Don't say, Prabhuji, I am chanting bhavagrahi Janardana. His bhava, not your bhava. He is bhavagrahi Janardana. That he sees the bhava of everybody. Right? You cannot tell that, my bhava he has to see. You don't have any bhava. He has that bhava that he is seeing your action and he is trying to understand a little bit of your intention. Both is important. And you have tested there also. Right? You tested there also. See, sometimes our actions are not as strong as our intentions, but what is our thought process when we go through that is very important. For example, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Sanatana Goswami used to do parikrama of Govardhan every single day. Every single day, Sanatana Goswami used to do parikrama. And Sanatana Goswami became so old that he cannot do parikrama more. He cannot do. So you can pack some prasad into the... Thank you. No, please, you have medical, please. Right? So Sanatana Goswami became so old, he can't do parikrama of Govardhan. How many have done parikrama of Govardhan? Literally? In a yatra you would have done, right?
Yes.
How many days yatra you went?
1 week after.
1 week yatra. How many parikramas you did?
That barely.
Just take it. Krishna, one parikrama adjust karo.
Very different.
That too sometimes in rickshaw also. Rickshaw parikrama. Right? Sanatana Goswami used to do parikrama of entire Govardhan, maybe a little longer Govardhan than now, because now it's all shrunk and also the city and everything has come in between. Every day, Sanatana Goswami do parikrama of Govardhan every day. And now he's struggling to do the parikrama. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes and tells Sanatana Goswami that Sanatana, you don't need to do. You already have done. I know your devotion for me. I know your devotion for Krishna. But what is Sanatana Goswami's bhava? What is his bhava inside? I'm not able to serve my Lord. I'm so fallen that I can't even fulfill my vow of doing parikrama of Govardhan. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw that. This genuine love and surrender. And he told Sanatan, okay, you want to do parikrama of Govardhan, I will give you my Govardhan Shila. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to worship Govardhan Shila. He gave that Govardhan Shila to Sanatan Goswami. He said, you don't need to do parikrama of that entire Govardhan, you do parikrama of this Shila. Keep it there and do. That's good enough. Now, Sanatan Goswami, he has to follow the order of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu is suggesting that you can't do the parikrama now, at least do the parikrama of the Shila. And Sanatan Goswami does the parikrama of the Shila, but he is not satisfied because he still wants to do parikrama of entire world, because that is his goal. And even in that old age, he is still hankering, why I could not do the parikrama of Govardhan. And even when he is leaving his body, even at that age, old age, he is only thinking, why I cannot do parikrama of Govardhan. He did not think that, okay, my bhava is understood, I got a Shila, so I'm done. This is more easy now. There is a big difference how we think in what situation we are. There is a big difference, isn't it? In our situation, we should still regret why we are not able to do the chanting properly. You cannot tell that, Krishna, you have to accept the way I am doing it. There are situations I say. But that is not right. Sanatan Goswami is not thinking like that. He was still regretting that I can't do parikrama of Govardhan. And he was also following the order of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When Srila Prabhupada told chant 16 rounds, minimum. Right? We have to chant those 16 rounds, but also have that feeling inside that I am not able to do it properly. Don't tell to yourself that, I have done my best. Because that's a material disease that you bring into spiritual life. Say that I have done my best. Krishna, Baba Grahi, adjust kar lo. Right? Krishna, Baba Grahi, adjust kar lo. So your actions and intentions both have to prevail at all times. You cannot tell that, oh, your intention and my action, let's adjust together. No. Sometimes your actions are so difficult to do, but still you do it for the pleasure of Krishna. Vasudev knew what is the intention of Krishna. Vasudev knew that he has to sacrifice his children for the appearance of Krishna. What was his action? He did it. He did that action. What was his intention? To serve Krishna. Then he wanted to serve Krishna. And what is Krishna making him do? Kill his children. How many of us can go and give our child in the hands of a butcher? Can we do that? Even now. Can you even think of that? I will give my child to somebody to kill. He was literally giving it. And he knew what Kamsa is going to do. Kamsa is not going to take that child and say, okay, diaper badunga, I'll get the No. The moment he gets the child, he is going to throw that child on the wall and kill that child at that very instant. And Vasudeva is giving his child one by one. Think about the test of Krishna, test of his sincerity, test of that love. All what did he ask? I want to have a son like Krishna. Krishna Garbhan, previous life. I want to have a son like Krishna. Okay. Krishna can come like his son, right? No. He makes him Vasudeva and he makes him give 6 children to a butcher. Like a horrible situation, not even a butcher, like throwing and killing. Right? And finally Krishna comes. Finally 8th child Krishna comes. And as soon as he comes, what is he saying? Take me to Gokul. Right? You came now. I want to play with you. I want to kiss you. I want to hug you. I want to embrace you. I want to take me to Gokul. And did he give any time? Any time at all? No time. Take me to Gokul. Krishna's bhakti means to follow an instruction which may not be liked by you. And that is the test. Did Vasudeva pass the test? He passed the test. He took Krishna right after his birth to Gokul and left him there. And what is the sacrifice he did for that? 6 children were killed in front of him for the appearance of this child. He did not even give an opportunity to experience him. For how many years? For 11 years. 11 years he could not even see that boy again. Rojan, are you able to contemplate? I mean, it's difficult actually. Just think about it. How Krishna's devotees are tested and how devotees are still doing their actions and their intentions together. They're not compromising on either. They're not compromising on either. Right? He's not saying, Krishna, my intention is good. I will not take you to Gokul because my intention is right. No, your intention is right, but you have to take him to Gokul because that is Krishna's order. Was he tested? And by the way, okay, Krishna, I will take you to Gokul. At least the pathway should be nice, right? Discover an discover. Right? Yamuna. And not ordinary Yamuna. Flowing Yamuna. Thundering Yamuna. Okay, Yamuna thundering. Upar, flooding rain. Krishna. Krishna! I'm doing everything for you. I lost my 6 children for you. I'm taking you in on your order. At least give me some solace when I'm taking you there. No. There also he has to pray. Please. Right? Is Krishna a very merciless person? Or a merciful person? Come on. Bol do, such bol. The stories are not suggesting that he is merciful. How can he be merciful when he is doing all this with his devotees? Ek ko to chodo yaar. One person who is not tested. Bhishma. How many here want to get the Karlan mattress that Bhishma was sleeping on? Right? Unimaginable, right? All he did is he served Krishna. The Krishna only told, you only tell how to kill you. I'm ready. Get chicken tea, Krishna, I'm ready. He was on that bed, not only during the war, for many months after the war also. And he's waiting for Krishna. Will Krishna come or no? And he has full confidence that Krishna will come. Huh? And Krishna came along with Pandavas to see him off. What was the action and what was the intention of Bhishma? Were they both in sync? Of course they were in sync. He did the action that Krishna wanted and he had the right intention till his death. Till his death, there was no disturbance of intention. Haridas Thakur. 192 rounds of Hare Krishna Mata every day. Any? 192 rounds every day. Every day. And he became old. He can't chant. He can't do that. And Krishna is coming as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Haridas Thakur and saying, you don't need to chant so many now. You are so old. Haridas, please eat. Haridas said, no Mahaprabhu, until I finish my bow, how can I accept Prashadam? Just imagine the gods. Until he finishes 192 rounds, he will not eat. Uddura 11 first time breakfast. Chanting, adjust kar lenge. Huh? Haridas Thakur, throughout his life, he's chanting 192 rounds every single day, and then he'll have a little, if he has any time left, he'll have something to eat. That is his devotion. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes and tells, Haridas, you don't need to chant so much now. You are very old. Your body is not cooperating. You have to eat. You already told that you want to do. Your intention I know. Your action also I know. You have done it. Now you don't need to change. So many. Now you decrease. Now, Krishna already knows the intention of Haridas Thakur. Krishna has also seen the action of Haridas Thakur. But look at the action of Haridas Thakur and intention after this statement. Haridas Thakur says to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu, actually it is not my body that is not cooperating. It is my mind which is telling that you can't chant. Because if my mind will tell that I can still chant 192, why will not my body cooperate? My mind is troubling me. And I want to still chant 192. Just imagine the action and the intention of our previous acharyas. They never compromised keeping intention in the front. Are you all following? Even though they are so much tested, they never compromised on their intention and action also. Even though they are so much tested. So as we chant our rounds, say tomorrow, right, we should not throw that intention astra on Krishna and tell that my intention is right, Krishna. Now you accept the way I am chanting. No. No, that's not the way our acharyas have done. That's not the way, even our sannyasis in our movement, even right now. His Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj was giving a class some time ago. Giriraj Swami Maharaj, Prabhupada, very senior disciple. He was admitted in hospital for 3 months. Most of the time he was not even conscious. And after he became conscious, he comes out of the hospital and he makes a note of how many rounds he did not chant. And he recoups all those rounds every day by chanting a few rounds more. And he keeps a track of it and he finishes it. He's only Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. Have you seen him speaking? He can't even move his tongue according to his order. Right? Paralyzed. Heavy stroke. Every reason one can give that I can't chant. Okay, I've done my part. No, he's chanting 16 rounds. And when he is admitted in the hospital, he tells his servant, make a note how many I did not chant. Because I have to finish my work. Right? And if we are aspiring from such great sannyasis, or we are aspiring to be initiated in this great parampara of acharyas, how can we not chant our book? Someday, Prabhu, I became very busy. I could not finish my rounds. I'll do it tomorrow. Not acceptable. Because, and you know what our mind says? Our mind says, my intention is right. Krishna is Bhavagrahi Janardana. Arey, that is Krishna's greatness that he is Bhavagrahi. You are not great. He is accepting you because he is great. Again. Everybody is tested in this spiritual life. Was Radharani tested? Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki Radharani tested? किसी को तो स्पेयर करो. Radha Krishna nahi hai अन्य. They are one soul in two bodies. Can Radharani be tested? Of course. Krishna doesn't spare. The same Radharani when she appears as Gadadhar Pandit and is asked to worship Tota Gopinath temple. Gadadhar Pandit becomes so old that he can't even stand straight to put a garland on the deities. And Krishna becomes so merciful at that point, testing him to that point. He knows the intention of Gadadhar Pandit. He's seeing the action of Gadadhar Pandit. And then he understands that this person is not going to stop doing his seva, no matter what difficulty he goes. And what does Krishna do? Sits down. Even now, if you go to the deity of Tota Gopinath, Krishna is sitting. Because he wants his devotee to garland. Radharani to garland him. And Gadadhar Pandit garlands him every day. Many other services are included. Right? When you go to Jagannath Puri, should go to Tota Gopinath temple. Right opposite to the Govardhan Hill. There is a Govardhan Hill. And right opposite to that there is Tota Gopinath temple. Lot of people who go to Jagannath Puri don't know what is there in Jagannath Puri except one temple. But there are so many hidden holy places in Jagannath Puri. And that's why you should only go with devotees. Only when you go with devotees will you approach all this. Right? Gadadhar Pandit is so happy that he can still garland Krishna in a situation. At the same time, he's thinking, see, because of me, God sat down. His action is still happening. His action is still happening. He is able to garland. But what is his intention telling? Because of me, he sat down. Right? That is the heart of a devotee. Even when the devotee is tested, to the maximum he is tested, but he doesn't compromise on his actions and his intention. He doesn't put a card of intention to compromise on his actions. Is action important? It is important. Is service important? It is important. Should we do our services? Yes, we should do our services. What is the service that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told all of us to do? Chant Hare Krishna and Karo Krishna Prachar. Karo Krishna Prachar. He told, spread this Krishna consciousness movement. That's an order, like Baba. It's not a. What is it?
Janma
Sarthak Karo. Karo Paropakar. Right? Karo Para Upakar. Last time when Loknath Maharaj was here, this is the shloka Maharaj was explaining. Karo Paropakar. Become Krishna conscious and help others become Krishna conscious. How can we tell that, I don't have time to preach. I don't have resources to preach. I cannot preach now. Yoga. Preaching doesn't mean you have to sit here and talk. You can support somebody who's preaching also. That is also preaching. Pick up some service. Make that service your life and soul. Krishna doesn't have to tell. You can pick up the service. Okay? Like Pawan Prabhu is just left. He started preaching in a new place. Some devotees are going and helping him. Brahma Mataji and Prabhuji, Krishna Prabhu. You're all going in. That is needed. Pick up a service. Until you can walk, until you can talk, serve Krishna. Because sooner or later both are going to stop. Then you cannot do. Then only intentionally you can do. But in action you cannot do. If you are able to walk and talk right now, why don't you start? और किसके लिए इंतजार कर रहे हो? What else you want to happen for you to serve Krishna? He has given everything to you: money, intelligence, position, wealth, association, books. और क्या चाहिए रे बाबा? If we are really serious about going back to Krishna, then we should think about our actions. Intention is not enough. We can't tell Krishna, you know, right, मेरा situation. मालूम है ना मेरे सास ससुर कैसे हैं? मालूम है ना मेरी बीवी कैसी है? मालूम है ना? कृष्णा को सब मालूम है. Krishna knows everything about you. Don't give reasons in front of Krishna. Can you tell of one person who gave a lot of reasons in front of Krishna? Arjuna. One chapter of reasons, 70 chapters of reply. What is the final reply? Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. Ham Turum Sarvapapyabhyo Mokshashyami Masacham. Done. What reasons are we trying to give to Krishna? That should I serve or no? Krishna, why don't you understand Krishna? You know, I am in this situation, Krishna. ఎన్ని రోజులు చెప్తావు సిగ్గులేదు తెలుగులో చెప్తా ఎఫెక్ట్ వస్తుంది शर्म नहीं है बोलने के लिए बार बार भगवान के सामने उनकी भावनाओं मेरी भावनाओं को समझो ना क्या भावनाओं को समझना है और कितना समझाना है? सेवा करो, सेवा में भगवान को अपना जीवन अर्पित करो। गिव योर लाइफ। हो गया अभी नहीं कृष्णा, माय डॉटर्स मैरिज के बाद, फिर उसके बच्चे के बाद, बच्चे के एडमिशन के बाद, कब तक? हाँ? जाना है वापस? नहीं जाना है? जाना है तो सीरियस होना है, सीरियस भी होना है और टेस्ट के लिए रेडी भी होना है। यू शुड बी रेडी फॉर द टेस्ट आल्सो, है कि नहीं? मामूल टेस्ट लगा लो। व्हाट आर टेस्ट वी डिस्कस टुडे? रुक्मिणी, राधा महाराज, क्रांति देव, गजेंद्र, सुदामा, भीष्मा, हरिदास ठाकुर, गदाधर पंडित, राधा रानी, प्रभुपाद, वसुदेव, जयपति स्वामी महाराज, गदाधर पंडित, और कितने एग्जाम्पल चाहिए? All these examples, one thing is very, very clear. They did not give up service. Have they given up service? How can you give up service and still breathe? You cannot give up service. Right? Service is the only wealth of a devotee. Service is the only wealth of a devotee. How can you take that wealth from me? Haridas Thakur is telling Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how can you take away my ability to chant? That is my only service. Sanatana Goswami is shouting, how can you take away my ability to circumambulate Govardhan? Not ability, it's not complaining. That is my service. My Guru Maharaj is as well as Radhanath Swami Maharaj. He was in Vrindavan. He was sitting in beside Yamuna. And there is this old Brahman who is taking water for washing the deity. Radha Gopi Janavallabha. Small deities in a temple. And he was a 19-year-old boy at that time. He was hitchhiking, just came to Vrindavan, sitting beside Yamuna. And he's seeing this Brahman taking the bucket of water and he's struggling to take. Because he's old. He's struggling to take. And he goes and tells him, I'll help you. I'll help you. You walk and don't touch my bucket. He's angry. I want to help you. No, don't touch. This is my service. How can you take away my service from Krishna? Huh? How can I take away my service from Krishna? This is the only service I can do. I don't know what else I can do for my Krishna. I don't know. I am not capable of doing any other service. The only service is I can take Yamuna water every day and do Abhishekam for my Lord. And you are taking away that bucket from me? How do you think I'll exist if you take away that bucket from me? What do you think I'll do in my life? Okay, take. You take your bucket. You take your bucket. Are we so greedy for our services, Prabhujis and Matatis? For what service we are being allocated? Are we so surrendered and attached to that service? Or are we finding reasons not to do the service? Contemplate. I am telling this to myself. Tell me what is the qualification to go back to Krishna if I am finding reasons to not do the service. And I am telling that my chanting is great. I understood Bhagavad Gita very nicely. मेरे को स्वल्प समझ में आता है. No, we will not understand Bhagavatam unless we have a spirit of service like these devotees. Why did Narad Muni tell or Sukadeva Goswami tell that this is Paramahamsa Samhita? Bhagavatam is for Paramahamsa, that set that you see beside you. How many of you know that that is the most wealthy thing in this planet. When somebody switch on the light, the light is not on. I don't know where is the switch. I want everybody who comes here to see that Bhagavatam said. Yes. Can you see that Bhagavatam said now? That said is the most wealthiest wealth that anybody can have in this life. Not your flat, not your plot, not your land, not your education. That is the greatest wealth. If you don't have that in your house, then you are worse than a beggar. Because a beggar at least is begging. You are not even begging for it. And if somebody has that in his house and still is just putting light and looking at it, is there a word in dictionary for such a person? Huh? It is there in your house. You decorated it. Nice stands also is kept. You are not living it. Unused wealth. Huh? Kripana. Miser. Isn't it? So please read Bhagavatam every day. That is the only wealth. Keep everything else aside. Read Bhagavatam every day. Some pages every day. Take a prana that I will finish Bhagavatam. I will finish Chaitanya Charitamrita. Understand Bhakti of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why do you think we kept it like this? They are decorative pieces? No. Every time you look at them, you should feel, कब पढ़ूंगा मैं इसलिए वहां पे इतना बड़ा लाइट भी लगा है so that one day will take the hope of finishing it. What are you waiting for? Your children's retirement before you finish Bhagavatam? Huh? My father is sleeping. He can't even read and see. In this situation, he can't read Bhagavatam. But one good thing he did, he finished Bhagavatam before he went into that situation. 3 times he finished Bhagavatam. Intense and cover to cover. He's peaceful. Done. Mera ho gaya. But still, he says, I want to hear some lecture. Keep it beside. Still has that thirst. Okay? You should have that. Prabhus, Matajis, take your service very seriously. Don't take this life very cheaply. Don't give reasons not to serve, please. You are risking your spiritual life. If we are not taking spiritual life seriously, then who is to blame? किसको blame करोगे? At the time of death, you want to complain to Krishna? Krishna did everything. शर्म नहीं होना चाहिए बात बोलने के लिए. Krishna did everything. How many of us can go and tell in front of Krishna, Krishna, I did everything, Krishna? No, you take me, Krishna. Natka chestunna. Evaru natka chestunna. But you know the mercy of Krishna? He will still take you back. Knowing that you have not done your best also, he will take you back. Because that is called the meaning of mercy. Mercy means what? To get something that you are not qualified to get. Daya. Mercy. That is the meaning of mercy, right? What do we ask in front of the lordships? Mercy. Mercy. But just because you are asking for mercy doesn't mean you don't do your actions. So your action, intention, surrender, service, everything should go together. And struggling, whatever struggling, chanting should continue. And quality is also important. You can't tell Krishna, this is the best I can do. You can't say that. How can you say that? You can't say that. Huh? There is a story of the Brahmana, they say. That Brahmana was, always worshipping God, and in the opposite house, the prostitute used to live. And he used to look at the prostitute and think, how nastily she is living. And prostitute used to look at the Brahmana and think that, how fortunate is he? He is able to worship Krishna. I have to do such abominable activities. And finally, the Vaikuntha plane came, and the Brahmana went to Narkaloka, prostitute went to Vaikuntha, and Brahmana is complaining, "Arey, I served Krishna all my life," and they say, "See, your action was like that, your intention was so bad, her intention is so good, that is the reason I went to Vaikuntha, so I will also not chant properly." Om Tat Sat. Conclusion. Intention, Bhavagrahi Janardana, dialogue dorkindi. No. There are many more stories. You want me to tell stories? Intention stories? Many stories. Huh? Ramachandra was saying, build the bridge. The little squirrel is picking up, stone and going. And Hanumanji says, Aste se ato. What you are picking up? I have to finish the bridge soon. And Ramachandra comes and says, look at the intention, not the action. Hanuman, immediately, I will chant normally. Because Hanumanji also understood. You can use the same Shastra to destroy your spiritual life. And your mind will justify that also. Which children Krishna क्या कर लिया कृष्ण ने सब समझ गए सारांश सबका सार पैदा होना है बार बार मरना है यहाँ बार बार please take your services very seriously. Everything that we are doing here is being watched by Krishna. Not only in this room, outside also. Okay? Everything that we are doing is being watched by Krishna. Become an instrument, a sincere instrument to give yourself to Krishna in the form of wealth, in the form of work, in the form of intelligence, in the form of influence, in the form of knowledge, in any form. Give yourself completely, don't give half. Even in one way, if you do completely, right? Even in one way, you will perfect your life. We will perfect our life. Even in one way, as knowledge, as wealth, whatever way. But do it completely. Don't do it half-hearted. Don't put a limitation. This is how much I can do. Prabhuji, I have to balance, right? What are you balancing? There is nothing on the other side. You are only sitting on one side. There is no Krishna on the other side. Already you are balancing. Balancing should be discussed by Haridas Thakur. Balancing discussion is applicable to Sanatana Goswami. Not to Leelananda sitting in Gachibowli saying, I think I am balancing my life. What balancing happens? Balancing happens when you are putting that kind of devotion on one side and you are struggling to fulfill it. There is no devotion only. Where is the question of balancing? This is not a time to balance. This is a time to imbalance a little bit. Come out of our comfort zones. Such great devotees like Chaitanya Charan Prabhu come into our life to give us some messages. It's not entertainment. It's very serious messages he comes and gives and goes. We should not think, oh, some great scholarly person came. अरे क्या English बात करते हैं? क्या clarity है? अरे क्या लिखते हैं? उन सभी चीजों के लिए बहुत लोग मिलेंगे. But he's passing a message and going, take your spiritual life seriously. Right? Take your spiritual life seriously. Every little service you do seriously. We are planning to celebrate Janmashtami. Janmashtami is coming. Please take services like the way that Brahmana was shouting to take his bucket back. Somebody, Prabhuji, no Prabhuji, I've been a Prabhuji. No, Prabhuji, come on, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, understand. Bhagavad Prabhuji. No. Take it, grab the service. We want to do Janmashtami in a grand way in this center on 7th of September. On the actual Janmashtami day, we are going to do Janmashtami here. We have to call the whole community and we have to give them an opportunity to learn Bhagavad Gita. We are going to sign them up for different batches of Bhagavad Gita. A batch of English, Telugu and Hindi. 3 batches on Sunday, 3 batches on Saturday. Let all the colony people benefit. If you have any influence, go outside and call people to come and sign up that day in front of Krishna. On his Janmashtami day. Yes, I want to learn Bhagavad Gita. Go announce in your offices. You all live in this locality. Why don't you come to our center? We are starting Bhagavad Gita classes. We will send out the messages, forward them, viral them without any compromise. And do some service. Right? And then Krishna will definitely bless us. And Krishna will also protect us. Krishna will also protect us when we are being tested. Right? So there are many Janmashtamis being celebrated on the weekend in different communities. My home Avatar, my home Krishna, my home Yanga, my home Ankura. Right? Gachibowli Ramalayam, Aparna communities, Bhakti Center Gachibowli. Let's do. Let's enthusiastically do. Make it our life and soul that this Janmashtami was the best Janmashtami till date in our lives. Right? Who knows, this might be the last Janmashtami. उसके बाद सब जाएंगे वापस. Where there is no Janma, Mrityu. Right? But let us put our best effort. Let us do publicity. Let us start programs wherever we are, whatever situation we are. Let us start programs. There are devotees who are starting new programs. Let's start. Here also we'll start new programs. Let's get people and make the unfortunate fortunate by connecting them to Krishna. The purpose of this center is to get devotees and connect them to Krishna. Is the center beautiful, Prabhupada?
Yes.
No. It's only half filled. How can it be beautiful? What is the beauty of this center? Devotees. If so much empty space is there, it's not beautiful. Was it beautiful Saturday morning? Yes. Right? That is the purpose of this center. Every inch should be used. There is a lot of money invested to decorate the center, only for one purpose, to bring people here to connect them to Krishna. Not to go and tell, Prabhuji, frame ka? Prabhuji, light kaise lagaya? Prabhuji, altar mein brass item kaise lekar aaye? That is not the purpose of the center. Prabhuji, lighting अच्छा है. Prabhuji, AC, दो AC है. 10 fan है. No. We did not work hard day and night to make this facility so people will come here and tell how beautiful the center is. That is not the reason. That is not the reason. We don't beautify our houses to be praised by people how beautiful our house is. That's the house of Krishna. Our house is Krishna's, the center is also Krishna's. The real beauty of the center is when devotees come here and get connected to Krishna by learning Bhagavad Gita. So please help us in this endeavor. We will be organizing many meetings. We will be requesting you to come forward and take up services. Please encourage other devotees. Share this message. Right? And together we can do a lot of things. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Sri Radha Madan Mohan ki Jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanand. Do we have the Aarti prayer? Gaurani. So we'll do a little kirtan while the Gaurati Aarti plate is being made ready. Then we'll do Gaurati and have Prashad. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Let's all get up, remove the carpets, you can simply fold them and keep in one corner. Mataji is that side, Toji this side, we'll do Gaurati. Gaurati lyrics are here. Little difficult to follow for you, but you can try and follow and you will learn. Hare Krishna. Devor, Vedant Prabhu. Amazing. Shri Gaur Nidhai ki Leela Prabhupada ki Jai. Shiva Jayo Jayo Gaura Arati Thank you. देसी भक्ति विनाथ स्वामी श्री भगवान की जय। विष्णुपाद प्रभु आचार्य जमाने भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी श्री भगवान की जय। नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। प्रेम से बोलो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वसानी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। ओम श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ राजकुंड श्याम कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय। तीनों देवताओं को धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथ धाम की जय। क्षेत्र वृंदावन धाम की जय। गंगे माई की जय। यमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। भगवान तुलसी महारानी की जय। हरिनाम से कीर्तन की जय। राम कृष्ण गुप्त सुविशेष की जय। राम कृष्ण प्रसाद की सुविशेष की जय। पिताई गौर हरि प्रेमानंद all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories always to assembled devotees, all Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, Vancharya Patarubhyasya, Kripa Sindhubhyasya, Vaishnavanam Bhavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo, Ananta Koti Vaishnavendra ki Jai. Praise birthday of devotee's daughter Urmi Mataji. So let's all chant 3 times Hare Krishna mantra for their whole family's spiritual progress and happiness and good healthy life. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. So thank you very much. Please everybody, honor Prashadam. It's on the terrace.
Yes, bro.
Mahaprasade Govinde.
Mahaprasade Govinde.
Nama Brahmane Vaishnave.
Nama Brahmane Vaishnave.
Punya Ratan Rajan.
Punya Ratan Rajan.
Vishwaso Naivajayate.
Vishwaso Naivajayate.
Sharira Vidyaja.
Sharira Vidyaja.
Jedendriya Trayaka.
Jedendriya Trayaka.
Jive Pele Vishesagare.
Jive Pele Vishesagare.
Taravate Jivati.
Taravate Jivati.
Lobamane Sudharmati.
Lobamane Sudharmati.
Tage Jeta Katre Samsare.
Tage Jeta Katre Samsare.
Krishna Varadayamai.
Krishna Varadayamai.
Gori Vare Jivhajai.
Gori Vare शिवा जय सह प्रसाद नदी लोभाए श्री अन्न अमृत पावो श्री राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ हे बेटा को चैतन्य निताय जय निताय जय निताय
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य
प्रभु नित्यानंद
प्रभु नित्यानंद
श्री अद्वैत साधन
श्री अद्वैत साधन
श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद
श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे
कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे राम हरे राम
हरे राम हरे राम
राम हरे हरे
राम राम हरे हरे
गौर नित्यानंद प्रसादम की
जय
प्रभुपाद की
जय
Is everybody go? Yeah, if anybody has taken any chanting bags or books or any paraphernalia, please get in touch with Raju from Raju today is here. Today is not here, but next week you can get it.
चार्जर किधर है?
Yeah.